Hey, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Triangle Town Center in Raleigh, North Carolina. Well, I stopped off here not for the mall itself, which you can see the entrance right here, but for this little sort of adjacent outdoor shopping area that I'm walking through now. What I found super interesting about this is while the mall is doing arguably well, this outdoor center is all but abandoned. If you're from Raleigh, from this area, if I'm misstating something, let me know in the comments. But my understanding is that both of these places, or they opened together basically, like this isn't a new section. This opened with the mall in 2002. Which, if you think about compared to other malls, it's pretty late in the game. But from what I was gathering, several things might have led or contributed to the decline of, this whole kind of, or maybe it's a failure to thrive. Number one, this is not located in the best area. Apparently, even driving in last night, the roads were not super easily navigatable, I guess. They have a lot of problems with violence, and I was reading gang violence. I don't know how true that is. But I read something that said that 2010-ish, something like that, a number of years ago, they had a giant gang brawl here where several minors ended up getting hurt, which resulted in the mall implementing a no unaccompanied minors policy. And so apparently that was very heavily enforced, which caused the main customer base for a lot of the stores inside to go down. Business dropped, they left. How much of that was impacted, or how much of that impacted this area out here, I don't know, but I get the impression probably not as much. But one of the other things I was reading was that there are, for an area of maybe 500,000 people, there are something like 5 or 6 other malls in the area here. So like we've seen in Pennsylvania and other areas, it was oversaturated with malls, which then it's sort of a, the best makes it and the rest sort of die out. I think along with every other shopping establishment, the pandemic era closures sort of tested all the businesses' resolve and sustainability. And if I had to guess, that probably put the final nail in the coffin with a lot of these places. But I think a lot of them were actually closed, and this area was generally abandoned even before that. So this, I don't think it's open. Notice an inspection from Raleigh offices and the fire marshal. We attempted to conduct a state-mandated fire inspection. We were unable to locate the responsible person to accompany us. And that was about 1.5 years ago. So I'm going to gather from that, and that the awning's missing and there's no actual signage. I'm going to assume that's closed. These geese are just hanging out. I'm moving. I'm moving. I believe there's a men's warehouse up here that I've read is actually pretty decent. So it's one of those things where they have a couple of stores that are doing okay, but it's all in the midst of vibes like this. Or the old Curve store that has the signage with the paint that's just MIA. It's like a sort of daycare. It's better to build a child right than to have to repair an adult. So that looks like that's open. But again, surrounded by these empty, closed up, derelict storefronts. And so I am, what is this? Orvis? I'm assuming that was a restaurant probably at some point. Sporting Traditions, maybe like a Bass Pro Shops competitor. I'm admittedly not familiar with Orvis. But I've heard that this Men's Warehouse is okay, and it turns out it's also closed. So never mind about my Men's Warehouse comment. Because I read something as of, it was like a year and a half ago. I mean, it was anecdotally, but several people were saying that this was actually a pretty decent location amidst sort of the abandonedness. Other signs, maybe this will tell us. The Men's Warehouse is relocating February 7th, 2024. It is... So they are in the process of closing because it is before February 7th, 2024. So maybe they couldn't make a go of it either in this setting. And it reminds me almost, not obviously not even remotely to the same degree, but almost Old Town Mall-ish in Baltimore, where you've just got the city kind of doing its thing, and then there's just this strip sort of in the middle of it of a former retail section. I'm here first thing in the morning before a lot of these places are open, so I'm not putting the lack of cars yet and the lack of people, I'm not taking that into account because I'm here before a lot of these places are open. But I say that to say I'm now kind of curious what's actually going on with this mall and the indoor part. And I'm going to see if maybe it's open for mall walkers. Just to kind of take a look. It's like an hour-ish before it's supposed to open. So yeah, let's go finish this off by taking just a quick peek inside the mall and seeing if it's open. This place closed, but oh, here we go again. Oh, so the fire marshal came around. Okay, so that's another interesting thing. So a lot of these closed places have these indicators on here that the fire marshal came around at the beginning of June of 22 and either couldn't find someone or were not able to do their fire inspection. So it seems like a lot of these places were closed even at that point. And did we ever figure out what this is? I have no idea what that says. Does it say anywhere here? There's more of the... Oh, he came by 3 different times here. But like this and this in general, I mean, it's not a good look. Not a good look when you're trying to draw people into them. No. Nope. No guns in the mall, though. All right. Well, I think we are going to call it for today's video. Hopefully enjoyed this little walkthrough of the Commons at the Triangle Town Center in Raleigh, North Carolina. If you did, you know the drill. Like button, subscribe button, notifications, hit that little bell, leave a comment. Any interaction helps grow the channel. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, bye.